All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So I'm actually sitting here right now working on a different video and decided to scroll through Twitter for a little bit to maybe see some football news. And lo and behold, Antonio Brown could very well find himself back into the NFL. Right now, Tampa Bay and Brown are currently meeting. Tom Brady's pushing for this deal to get done. And I do believe it'll get done. I don't really have a reason to not think so. I know Seattle was involved too. I just don't know how serious Seattle is involved with this whole thing. But I believe that Brown will probably end up with Tampa Bay, especially considering that Tampa's in a win now mode. They have the record to back it up. Bruce Arians, he's up there in age. Tom Brady, he's up there in age. You look at the coaching staff, you look at the roster, it's filled with veteran guys that want to win right now. They're thinking Super Bowl. So I don't see a world where Brown and Tampa just, completely just break things off and they go their separate ways. When you look at Brown as a player, a complete lightning rod, electrifying player. I mean, back in Pittsburgh, the guy can, go deep, catch screens, go over the middle. This guy was not the one thing I really loved about Antonio Brown back in Pittsburgh, and I'm not really a big Steelers guy, never really was, but the one thing that I could always respect about Brown with his, former Steelers team was that he never was afraid. He was never afraid of the, imposing linebackers on the defensive side of the football. He would always go over the middle, catching these slants against guys like Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, Vontaze Burfict. This guy would always play, with this, I don't want to say heart in his sleeve, because some people could take that, as, because you could say the same thing about like an OBJ, and that might, that I know that irritates fans and it irritates, team members and coaches and media members and whatnot, but he definitely plays with a lot of passion. And I just remember, again, back with Pittsburgh, Brown was just, a highly competitive guy, a guy that would always show up, work hard. And then just some weird things started happening, right? Like, it just fell through with Pittsburgh so quick. And then he gets traded to Buffalo. And then it was like he didn't want to go there or something like that. The trade didn't go through. Then he gets traded to Oakland. And then he has like a foot issue, like frostbite or something like that. And then him in the NFL, or it was either him in the NFL or him in the Raiders organization, were kind of going back and forth on like a helmet dispute. Like Brown wanted to wear a certain helmet and like a certain helmet style, and the team where the league wasn't allowing him to do that. So the Raiders got rid of him, and then he wound up in New England. Did decent for, I believe he was only there for one game. Could have been two games, but I believe it was only one game against the Miami Dolphins. Did pretty well, and then it just didn't work out. So, I do believe it'll probably get, actually, you know what? Breaking news, AB Brown has just signed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Wow. I look at the weapons on Tampa, man. Mike Evans, Brady, even though Brady's kind of, I don't want to say a shell of himself, but he's not what he once was. But I mean, what a better supporting cast. I mean, really. You have an offensive-minded head coach. You have an up-and-coming, innovative offensive mind at offensive coordinator with Leftwich, a guy who went to Marshall, had a pretty successful NFL career. And they have weapons for days. They have a defense that's a young, up-and-coming defense that's kind of, not only talking the talk, but walking the walk. And, it's crazy. I actually moved out to Tampa not too long ago, and there's Brady jerseys everywhere. And, it's pretty crazy how many Bucs fans there are over here. But I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. I think it was a solid signing, though. I mean, everywhere in recent history Brown has went, it's been trouble. Oakland, Buffalo, even though he didn't really go to Buffalo. New England. We'll see if he works out in Tampa Bay. Obviously, there's been a lot of time that's passed in between those incidents. So, hey, maybe Brown just shows up and kind of, shows up like his former Pittsburgh self, if that makes any sort of sense. So I'll leave it there. I'm kind of rambling here. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Brown to the Bucs. Thanks so much for watching, and go Jets.